Welcome to ExpressIRS Forms, one of the fastest, easiest IRS-authorized e-filing programs for 1099s on the market. There are 11 different variations of forms in the IRS Form 1099 series. These forms are used to report when a taxpayer has received income from sources other than a wage-paying job. Now with ExpressIRS Forms, it's easier than ever to e-file your 1099 forms and remain compliant with the IRS. But here's a quick update. The Social Security Administration is changing the deadline this year for Form 1099. The Social Security Administration is now requiring all filers, paper and electronic alike, to submit their 1099s to the Social Security Administration by January 31st if you filled out Box 7 on Form 1099 Miscellaneous. Otherwise, Form 1099 should be filed the year following the tax year when the payment reported was made. For example, payments made in 2016 need to be reported in 2017. The recipient copies of your 1099s need to be administered to your payees by January 31st. If you're paper filing for 1099 forms with the IRS, your forms are to be submitted with Form 1096 by the last day of February, the 28th. When you e-file Form 1099, the deadline to transmit your returns is March 31st. To register for ExpressIRS Forms, visit www.expressirsforms.com and click Register at the top right of your screen. Enter the necessary account information to create your account. After creating your account, you will then click on the appropriate button to start your 1099 forms. Selecting your payer or employer is the first step. If you already have employer details in your address book, you can autofill the required information by selecting the employer from your records here. Next, adding recipient and form details can be processed in two ways, individually or by bulk upload. To add a recipient individually, you must enter their name, social security number, and address. Entering these details will take you to the next step, adding their federal details. However, if you have multiple recipients to file for, you can choose to bulk upload. Adding multiple recipients requires you to download our Excel template by clicking the link here. Open the file to begin entering each recipient's information, such as name, social security number, and street address. After saving the recipient details, you can upload the completed Excel template to our server, and ExpressIRS Forms will detect if any entries were skipped. If no errors were found, proceed to the recipient page to begin entering each recipient's federal details. You can only enter one recipient's federal details at a time, so select one recipient and click Next to enter their federal details. Following federal details, you'll need to enter each recipient's state details. Select the state, enter the employer's state ID number, state wages, and income tax, and other valued information, then proceed to summary of your completed form. Notice only one form is present for this employer. To add another recipient's Form 1099, click Add Form for this payer. Click the appropriate 1099 form and then select the recipient from the drop-down menu if you have recipient records in the address book. Proceed to enter their federal and state details and repeat this process until you have added all recipients' 1099 forms for this employer. Click Continue to choose how you wish to file these forms. You can choose between federal e-filing only or package, which includes federal and state e-filing along with postal mail. After your selection, if you choose to electronically file 1099 with the state, ExpressIRS Forms will provide further instructions on the necessary state requirements. Now at this point, you're reaching the end of e-filing Form 1099. The final steps before transmitting to the IRS is reviewing your order details and cost of e-filing through ExpressIRS Forms. If everything looks good to you, proceed to enter your credit card details to process this fee with ExpressIRS Forms and continue to pay and transmit your 1099s to the IRS. Make sure you review the forms before transmitting. You can visit your dashboard for status updates on your forms at any time after transmitting. Here at ExpressIRS Forms, we're committed to helping you through every step of the e-filing process. If you have any questions about getting started or e-filing your 1099 returns, don't hesitate to contact our all-star customer support team. We're available by phone and live chat Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we offer 24/7 email assistance at support@expressirsforms.com.